Welcome to our poster. We are very excited to present our findings at the Geological Society of America annual meeting. Please visit the Sam Bold et al. Poster 240-12, which is right next to this poster. My name is Jason Patton. People know me as Jay. Long story short, we make fault slip rate estimates using the size of a fault scarp and an inferred age for river terraces offset by that fault. We use terrace correlations to hopefully improve our terrace age estimates. We will introduce the tectonic setting, discuss a newly identified tectonic fault, and explain our preliminary results. Please pause the video at any time to spend more time on a slide. The Mendocino triple junction in California has overlapping tectonic regimes, the San Andreas fault to the south and the Cascadia megathrust to the north. Late Pleistocene northward migration of the Mendocino triple junction juxtaposes north-south convergence from Pacific North America relative plate motion at the northern onshore termination of the San Andreas fault with east-west compression from the Juan de Fuca-North America relative plate motion. Active north-northwest striking faults like those in the north 30 west striking Mad River fault zone near Arcata, California, represent deformation related to Cascadia convergence. Structures striking east-west, like the Table Bluff fault south of Eureka, California, represent deformation related to Pacific North America north-south convergence. These crustal faults contribute to regional seismic hazard and may comprise 1/3 of the tectonic strain in coastal Northern California. Geologists like Bob McLaughlin have used their geologic mapping to construct stratigraphic structural interpretations of how tectonic faults are oriented and interconnected in the subsurface. The Russ Fault shown here accommodates north-south convergence. The Russ Fault is included in the USGS National Seismic Hazard Map as a source of seismic hazard, yet is poorly characterized for sense of motion, slip rate, slip per event, and recency of activity. Here's a view of the topographic scarp we interpret to have formed during earthquake slip on reverse fault offsetting this terrace tread. All buildings in this photo are constructed on the same terrace tread in the community of Shively, California, once the location of a Sinkyone village named La Sacete. We use GIS software to measure topographic profiles of the scarp height in different locations. These profiles are 10-meter wide swath profiles. We project terrace treads across the fault to measure the vertical separation across the fault. These are the age estimates we make for the terraces in Shively, or La Sacete. We use incision rates to estimate terrace ages for each of the 4 terraces in this table. We divide the height of the scarp by the age of the terrace and use the fault dip measured using LiDAR visualization to calculate the slip rate on this fault. The mean slip rate over the past 100,000 years is 0.8 millimeters a year. We used 1 meter USGS LiDAR at a large scale to map terrace treads along the lower Eel River from near Fortuna upstream to the confluence with the South Fork. We subdivided the area into regions and correlated terraces within each region, giving them terrace numbers using the convention that T1 is the youngest terrace. This is a large-scale view of terraces mapped in Ronerville and in Shively. Our goal is to correlate stratigraphy across the entire region. We will then apply numerical ages applied to terraces in Ronerville to terrace ages in Shively. 2 possible correlation scenarios were explored. The calculated slip rate for one of the options fits the incision rate-based calculation slightly better. They have the same mean slip rate. We will eventually use a relative elevation model to calculate terrace tread elevations to help refine our correlations. Thanks for joining us. We continue to work on correlating terraces across the region. We're refining our relative elevation model, attempting to reduce the uncertainty that may impart in our analyses. We hope to obtain numerical ages for terraces in Shively and are seeking funding to conduct a fault trenching investigation.